best? Best.
Best.
Best. Best.
I'm the best.
No, you're not.
Of the week.
9 years since Jason Bourne disappeared after he was part of an international ball deflation scheme and refused to give his cell phone to the CIA. The star of Jason Bourne, Matt Damon.
I saw that headline yesterday. It said, NFL finds no evidence that Peyton Manning used HGH. Well, they found no evidence that Tom deflated footballs either, but apparently he's got to sit out 4 games.
Pete Rose joining me here.
See, Rich, what happens at the Hall of Fame, I don't know if you're aware of this, but anybody that's going in is not allowed to sign autographs until Monday. They have to wait till the induction's over before they're allowed to participate in the autograph signing.
Well, there's a lot of rules involved with Cooperstown, huh, Pete?
I know what rule.
Al Michaels here on the Rich Eisen Show. So Pete was on before.
Pete Rose.
And so he brought up the fact in your book that you took him to 3 racetracks in one day.
I took him. We had a day of thoroughbred racing in Oldsmar. And then, of course, the dogs were running in St. Petersburg at Derby Lane. And at the other end of the Gandy Bridge is a highlight fronton, which we knew featured the late double. So we stopped there, and then we went back to the hotel.
So ponies?
Ponies, dogs, highlight.
Ariel Kebel sitting there on the Rich Eisen Show green room couch. The Rock's blown up.
Oh, he's huge. All the guys like to have a lot of fun on set, and because it's a comedy, there's a lot of improv.
Sure.
There's a lot of kind of feel good, like throwing a joke here and there.
Right.
And Dwayne's really good at throwing in jokes.
And then Glazer shows up.
Oh yeah, well he just ruins everything.
Would you prefer to know that Durant said he almost said yes because of Brady?
It's like when I met Tim Duncan in 99, we had the 1/3 chance. We were the number 1 pick.
The ping pong ball
didn't
bounce.
go our way, and San Antonio moved up, and that meant they got Tim Duncan and all of those championships that came with Tim Duncan. Tim said to me, yeah, no, I was ready to move to Boston, and he goes, I had a house picked out, and is it called Framingham? And I was like, yes, it's called Framingham. It was brutal.
Peter King of the MMQB.com. So you speak to Andrew Luck yet? Mr. Moneybags himself?
There's something for him that's a little embarrassing to be making $8 jillion. I think, if anything, he's just very interested in going out and proving that last year was a ridiculous aberration in his career. I look at Luck, and I agree totally. Dark horse pick to win the AFC because nobody's expecting anything out of him.
Brian Kelly of Notre Dame football.
Michigan, Notre Dame. I mean, it's good for college football. I mean, I almost felt, and I know Jim felt the same way, almost an obligation to get this done. Not only is it a great rivalry, this is both of us wanting to get the game together, and it required us to really talk on the phone a number of times to make it work. There's a number of schools that moved out of the way to see that we got it. It wasn't just Notre Dame and Michigan. There were other schools that had to bend to make it happen as well.
Scott Wolf wearing a New York Giants throwback shirt.
Never been to a Super Bowl until a few years ago in 2012. The second time we beat you guys in the Super Bowl. I filmed one play in the Super Bowl, and the one play is this play.
All right, you're going to hold it up to the camera right here. It's Welker's drop.
Oh, my God. It's Welker's
That's the
drop.
only one you shot on your phone the whole time?
I'm sorry that just happened to you.
Michael Wilbon here on the program.
It's funny, I heard somebody say recently, this is the best team the Cubs have had, and I'm like, stop. The Cubs have had teams with 4 Hall of Famers at one time who couldn't make the playoffs. My son said to me, we were at spring training, and he said, Dad, does the Cubs ever have anybody as good as Jake Arrieta? And I said, yeah, let me introduce him to you, Matthew. His name is Ferguson Jenkins. And I turned around and introduced my son to Ferguson Jenkins.
Warren Sapp joining us here, fresh off of getting bitten by a shark, for crying out loud. You're diving? You're getting...
Yeah, the lobster's not up top, Rich.
Damn. How deep is the cut? It looks pretty deep.
Oh, yeah, he got me to the gristle. It's past the white meat. Knocked a nice little plug out. I should have went to the doctor, but I said, I don't want nobody. I played doctor on myself for a week.
Warren! So when you were done shooting, what was the first meal that you had?
For me, it's Italian food. Sometimes when we order out, we'll get this, this chicken palm. And this.
I'm just wondering if the Boston and you just came out. I think I just heard chicken palm.
I didn't say chicken palm. I didn't say chicken palm.
I thought you just said that. Hey, I'm the same way. When I go back to the old school days.
I love chicken palm, Rich.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.